today from M&T Bank.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Ravens hit 6-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw is Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
A first carry for Samaje Perine.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run again with Perine. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw once more on second and 10. Wilson, right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A nice little juke. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. On
On second down, Jackson. Powering forward, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Week 13 here in the NFL. First weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Wilson. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. On 2nd and 9. Jackson, quick slant, complete to OBJ. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson.
Out quickly to Judy. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Pirine. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, here's Pirine. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Pirine, draw play. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
first down. Wilson forced out to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Justin Matabike.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for the offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Wilson, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Now Wilson on first down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And dropping it off underneath, here's Pirine. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. George Pickens, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Lions trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. That's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson for over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. There's Wilson to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Again, Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Pirine. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the deficit will hold at 15. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And coming out now, the Broncos.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Pirine. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A beautiful fake. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Jackson going to run again. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43.
A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos about set to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll get this one to Patrick.
And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Wilson will throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Patrick. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, Pirine.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the gun, they go to Edwards. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, you know when we call it a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson looking to throw on third. It's caught. Beckham.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.